Thank you very much, Comrade. I am so overwhelmed. Thank you very much. The way you put them, and they are very clear. Fellow Amazonians, this is what concerns you. Comrade Elias just made a statement, and I jotted it down verbatim. I'm going to repeat it because it connects to the next needle that I want to give. Now, Comrade Elias just said, if you don't actively promote your own affairs, it will be pushed to the back and no one will remember them for you because the world is very active. It's like a volcano. You have to erupt and make yourself known. Now, Comrade Elias, this is the needle for you. How can the Amazonian diaspora contribute more effectively to diplomatic advocacy efforts in Washington, D.C., and beyond?
Thank you for the very important question. Diaspora has an important role to play because when it comes to, let's say, members of Congress, they care about their constituencies. And they need to know if you have a member of Congress that has a lot of Amazonian Americans in their constituency, then they have an obligation to advocate on behalf of those constituents. So if a member of Congress, if they don't even know that they have Amazonian Americans in their district, that's an issue. And I've encountered those situations of telling members of Congress, there are a lot of these Amazonian Americans in your district, and then they're surprised. So, I think Friends of Amazonia can play an important role in mobilizing and activating the diaspora, especially in the United States, and then coordinating with the diaspora, making sure that they receive the proper training, and those members of the diaspora can then engage with their constituent members of Congress. And that will further augment and strengthen what we're doing, because if a member of Congress knows that they have voters and they have constituents who are from the Amazonian community, it's something that they know they have to take seriously. And so, the power of a constituency is not in the number of constituents. It's depending on how active those constituents are. So even if you have a huge amount of Amazonian Americans, if they're not active, or if they're not active in the proper way, then that's not going to translate into political power. So I think Friends of Amazonia can play an important role in activating, mobilizing members of the diaspora in the United States, and that's something we could help make it more sophisticated over time. And this is something I've done. For example, having members of a community meet with their member of Congress, even political fundraising. Let's say having members of certain, community engage in fundraising for a Congress person community event. There's so many things that can be done. So those are areas that need to be explored, and it will most certainly help with our efforts.
Whoa, excellent. Fellow Amazonians, Comrade Elias did not just come here today to talk and go home. He came to share with us what can be done, what is already on the pipeline, and how we can contribute to push for our statehood. I'm so impressed. Community building, mobilization, sensitization, meeting your congressmen, talking to them, and doing elaborately. Friends of Amazonia is already on this track, doing most of these things. It is high time we all resonate with Friends of Amazonia and see how far we can do what will bring homeland. Our brothers have not died in vain. Our mothers are not childless. Our children are not orphans. We do not have prisoners of conscience. We do not have refugees in vain. All these people need and are supposed, humanly, fundamental rights to have a home they call their own, to live as free, to live in a free and fair society. So, fellow Ambazonians, there is work to do, and Comrade Elias is here together with the Friends of Ambazonia and very good other goodwill Ambazonians who are ready to carry this cause until we reach final end. International laws and structures and institutions are there to help us break through. Please, let's not relent. I'm just taking this time to talk so that Comrade Elias can also breathe in air and why I get him to the other needle on the head. Comrade Elias, what would what would success look like for the Amazonian cause at the diplomatic level? What would success look like?
Yes, so this is very important. It's critical that Amazonians also know how things work. Uh, Success comes in stages, meaning if we do the work that we are doing and we plan to do, you'll see an increase in support of Amazonia. But again, it comes in stages. So, for example, uh, you'll see more people in Washington, Congress people and stakeholders talking about Amazonia. There'll be more highlighting the issue, more sympathetic statements. And then, I almost view it as kind of a graph like that goes like this. So the more support you get, the more this support increases and things become easier over time. And it's simply not a matter. And engaging in these issues, sometimes there isn't a proper understanding by some people of how the system works. This isn't simply a matter of we'll be meeting with Trump tomorrow and then the issue will be solved overnight. Um, a tremendous amount of diplomatic work is needed at all levels of the machinery of the U.S. government, uh, uh, in the agencies that we talked about, in the U.S. Congress and other sectors. And we need to build that support over time until we then hit that critical moment, right? So, for example, hopefully, we'll have the day where Friends of Amazonia will be in the White House to, let's say, meet with President Trump, right? But before that time, everything is already agreed to before that big moment happens, right? So
Yeah,
there's a tremendous amount of diplomatic work that needs to happen behind the scenes before the ultimate um, goal is achieved. And the more support we get, the more statements, the more publicity we will be receiving in Washington and around the world. But as I said, success comes in stages. And it's like almost like, okay, you graduate from high school, then you go to college, and then finally you get your PhD, right? So it's not something that's 0 to 10 overnight. You'll see the increased support in compounding levels until we hit the eventual goal. Uh, I hope that uh, uh, provides some clarity. Uh, so I think Amazonians will be able to see our progress, and then over time, that progress will accelerate more and more until we eventually get to where we want. So I hope that provides a proper context, to in terms of how things will look.
thank you very much. This is, oh, thank you. I remember when you made the statement that if we really put our feet down and are determined to see this success come across to the people of Amazonia within 6 months, it is achievable. Fellow Amazonians, fellow Amazonians, those who want to get to homeland, those who want to have a home that they can call their own, a home with good governance, a country with rule of law, a, a country with sustainable existential laws, fundamental human rights, where children can get up, go to school, and come back, where people can live, can have even road infrastructures, where people can have capable medical centers, just to have an hospital where you can go and have proper checkup if you have a malaria. A country where there will be foreign aid and there will be accountability. People will know where the money went to and people will see what that money was used for. Even when a country that will go to, let me say, IMF, let me put it this way, and ask for loan, at the end of the day, you will turn around and see how that money has been put to use. There's nobody that will be good food and will refuse to eat. There is nobody who will be invited to eat on the table and the person says, no, pour it on the ground. I will eat from the ground like a dog, except the person has not yet understood the value of humanity. This is what we are talking about. Who are Amazonians? You remember those days when you used to go to school, 7 o'clock, you were there. You voted your head boys, you voted your head girls at schools. You sat for exams, you wrote them competently, you were given scholarship. Yesterday, I was talking to somebody who said even people who graduated from standard 6, they could turn around and still teach in those schools, which means the quality of education was valuable. People were taught what it meant to be and it stuck. But these days, what is the quality of education? They determine who should pass by one means or the other. All this fraud, these manipulative tendencies, Amazonians, we were not brought up with them. People who might be in their 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, they still remember the good old days of Southern Cameroon, West Cameroon, the good old days. We are not having this interview today with Comrade Elias because we want to puff shoulders to say we are capable. It's because there is time for everything. The time has come. The people of Cameroon are supposed to know the truth, to walk in truth so they can achieve everything in truth and transparency. That is why Comrade Elias is here to help us know how we should go along the line with what is necessary to get to Ambazonia. Not
Thank you. And you brought up a very important point too, and I think you guys really thread the needle very well in terms of in any liberation movement, right? There's a balance between transparency and also protecting sensitive information, so the enemy doesn't know what you're doing. And I think Friends of Amazonia achieves that balance very well in terms of showing its productivity, its activities to the Amazonian people without disclosing any of the sensitive informations. And that's what we will endeavor to do in our lobbying campaign in terms of, showing, let's say, some of the meetings that we're engaged in, showing our achievements, having me come on your program so the Amazonian people know exactly who their lobbyist is, right? And from my experience, and I've dealt with many liberation movements, usually let's say the fraudulent let's say groups in liberation movements, they all have the same line in terms of, well, we're doing diplomacy, but we're not going to show you anything, and we're doing something underground. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if you're building some sort of underground tunnel. What kind of if you're building a tunnel underground, and it's all nonsense. It's always nonsense. Like anyone who says, oh, we're doing an underground thing and we're building a tunnel underground, they're not doing anything. It's complete nonsense. So
Thank you for that clarification.
It's important for me. It's important for me to come on this program because, again, the Amazonians and Friends of Amazonian, the people who support you, need to know who your lobbyist is, the activities we're doing. Again, sensitive information that we're talking about with the sensitive with the State Department or members of Congress. We're not going to talk. We're not going to discuss the specifics of conversations on TV or in public, but at least the Amazonian public will have a sense of, some of the high level meetings we're having, and having that transparency is important because, again, and from my experience, some of the groups and liberation movements are fraudulent. They say, "Oh, we have diplomacy, we have lobbyists." You don't even know who the lobbyist is. You don't know what they're doing, but they say they're doing something. So I think the fact that you're putting out some of your activities, I think, shows the honesty of your organization. I think you have the right approach and the right balance. Forgive me for being a little bit, if I was a little bit too frank, but I've seen it all. I've been in many.
Thank you. Thank you, Comrade Elias. We really need it, really. As I said
Yeah.
before, there is going to be an overview of this interview just done right here. Comrade Elias, you are equally invited still to hang on if you have time. Comrade, it's a comrade all the time. But then, before then, I have this final one for you. Yeah.
Sure.
What message would you like to send to the Amazonian people and supporters around the world regarding international advocacy and the path forward?
Yes, what I want to assure Amazonians is that I am fully confident in the journey that we're going to embark on. I don't go into anything to lose. I always go in it to win. And I know we have a winning team here. And we're going to push until we achieve the goal of free and independent Amazonia with international recognition, the newest country in Africa. So we're not looking for 10% of a loaf. We're looking for the full loaf. And that's what we're going to work to achieve. And I'm confident that we'll achieve it. Amazonians, should be confident. They should be determined. Again, I know, in every liberation struggle, you have the difficulties and confusions, but I think now is the time to be re-energized, rejuvenated, and fully determined to achieve the goal. So, shake, no day. Yeah. No shaking. That's
No shaking.
Yeah, shake. No shaking, no day.
We're not shaking.
Yeah.
No shaking.
Really, Comrade Elias, thank you for joining us and for sharing your insight into the diplomatic efforts underway in Washington, D.C. Yes, the question of reconciliation is never simple. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes.
You are invited to this open talk overview because the Amazonian people, as we said, as we are talking it here in the English language with our so many accents, we still have the pidgin, the pidgin English language where we have to like download it now, bit by bit, to some of the population so that they should equally get what has been given to us here today. And there will be highlights, on the many things that you have said. You are still welcome to be part of it. And there is a telephone line open here. Pastor Victor will be ready to take some of the telephone calls. And yeah, Comrade Elias, you are still welcome.
Well, you have to help me. You have to help me improve my pidgin because I know a little bit, but I need to know more. I already speak because of my representation. I know how to speak. Well, I can speak some Igbo, but you guys need to help me become better with my pidgin too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we will.
We will. Rest assured.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we say while we wait on those calls to come, we can?
No, we are not.
Yes.
No, we are not waiting. There's no need to wait. We will just continue with the process by each and every one of you giving your impression, voicing what your impression is on the whole show, the questions, what just give your own impression where you thought was there's something you would have loved to hear, or what you would have loved to contribute or something to what Comrade Elias has given us here. Can we just go and start away by the ladies? Ma Dorothy, what is your input?
Please,
Co-
before the
thank,
Ma Rachel, please,
Okay.
before Ma Dorothy comes in,
Yes.
Comrade Elias, on behalf of Amazonians at home and in the diaspora, on behalf of Amazonians locked up illegally in the colonial prisons all across Amazonia and in neighboring La République du Cameroon, on behalf of the suffering refugees scattered all over Africa, on behalf of the representative of Friends of Amazonia in America and across the world, I want to sincerely thank you. Thank you for accepting this mantle to lead this revolution in our advocacy effort here in America and across the world. I want to sincerely thank you for taking the time to come on this interview session today. I know we've had so many meetings in the past and so many things has been made, but history has been made today, Friday, February 13, 2026, with you coming on TV live. This is being broadcasted on Facebook and at Homefront on the satellite. So our people have
YouTube.
been watching you ever since, and even on YouTube as well. They've been watching you over these other channels as well. So we extremely, extremely thank God for you, and we're extremely grateful having you here today. Thank you so much. I'll give it back to you, Matt Dorothy, and for the impression as as Mara says suggested. Thank you so much. I'm here sitting down tearing, and I keep seeing me cleaning my eyes with the excitement that I have, for this moment that we have today. It's so overwhelming. The joy
Well,
is just too much. Thank you so
well,
much.
thank you, Comrade Emmanuel. I'm very honored by your comments, and I want to commend you for your inspirational leadership, which is inspirational to the people of Amazonia, but also me personally. I've always been extremely impressed ever since we first spoke with each other. I think you have many unique leadership abilities, and that'll be so important in terms of the journey that we're embarking on. And you put together a great team of people. So I want to thank you for your leadership, which is very inspirational. I'm honored to be a part of. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Over
indeed.
back to you, Marashe. Thank you. You're muted,
Marasha,
Marashe.
you are muted. Look like you are muted.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Ma Dorothy, for being here. And I know what you can do. Can I just hear you? Because I know how you prayed and took time for this day. And so just, yeah. What,
yeah.
what can you
Thank you so
say?
much. Thank you, Ma Rachel. Comrade Elias. Hey, Lord.
Yeah, my
Uh,
Dorothy. Yes,
I
so
lack
good to see you.
I lack words. When when Ambazonians, when we said that you were coming on the air, there was so much uh argument, confusion, but when God determines something, nothing, man cannot stop it.
Exactly.
I just want to thank you, Comrade Elias, that you are a divine helper. I'm happy you said in the beginning of your questioning session that you believe that Ambazonia's case is also divine. It is.
It is.
God sent you to us. We didn't come after you. You came after us. So if fellow Ambazonians, if you doubt the hand of God in this struggle, then I don't know where you belong. I don't know where you stand. I just want to thank you so much, Comrade Elias, on behalf of the suffering people of Ambazonia who have been voiceless for almost 60 something years, oppressed by a very well manipulative, well calculated strategy of La République and France. But they say 99 days for the owner and 1 day,
The
I mean,
thief.
99 days for the thief and 1 day for the owner. This is it. This is it, Ambazonians. God has heard our cry, and we know that this regime, President Trump, he's our best hope, as Comrade Elias has said it. And thank God to Dr. Tita for making Friends of Ambazonia an umbrella. I just hope that after this, our Ambazonians will change. We will see more collaboration. Eh, People in the different Ambazonians in each state, engage your Congress people. Engage your Congress people. This has just solved a lot of questions, a lot of doubts. Thank you so much. May God bless you. And Ambazonians, they are wishing you that your journey will be short. God will do a short work. God will do a short work because all of us will be involved. All of us will be involved. I'm expecting that all Ambazonians will be hand on deck. There will be no more wondering. No, this is not how they
Exactly.
do diplomacy. This is how they do diplomacy. Now we know it is plain and clear. We will know who the true Ambazonians are. We will come together. Thank you so much. Let me not take my, let me let others to talk too. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Margot.
you. Yeah. Thank you very much, Ma Dorothy. Thank you. I know your excitement is so gross. Let me just leave first the man of God to talk. Let me just bring in our CEO, Dr. Tita. You already said throughout the interview you were tearing. I know you were tearing. Thank you. So,
Yeah,
what do you have?
thank you so
What
much.
I yeah.
Thank you so much, Marasha. It's been an amazing day, like I said earlier. Uh, what a blessing that we have to have Comrade Elias with us picking up this struggle at this point in time. It's God's work, it's God's time, and God's time is the best. And don't ask us why now. Why didn't we do it last year? Everything that has happened in the revolution for the last 9 years has led to where we are today. We have accepted the new vision of this struggle. We have accepted the new purpose. We have accepted what God has assigned us to do. And it's what we are doing right now in making sure that the people of Ambazonia are free, in making sure that the people of Ambazonia get their rightful independence that were betrayed in 1961. Comrade Elias has created time to talk to us today. So everybody know that, hey, while the struggle is going on, there is someone we have in Washington, D.C. that is pushing our advocacy effort, that is pushing the diplomatic effort and initiative for the people of Ambazonia. Rest assured, no one should be afraid, please, because some people have concerns. Oh, why are we bringing our lobbyists out on TV? Please, that we are exposing our lobbyists to the regime in neighboring Republic of Cameroon. No, once we sign on to the lobbyists, the regime of neighboring Cameroon have their intelligence in Washington, D.C. that will pick that up already. So don't worry. We are very confident with our lobbyist, and we know he's the man for the job. And we get him at the right time to help liberate our people. Thank you so much again for this amazing opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. And just to go to what Comrade Emmanuel said, I want to assure the people of Ambazonia that, again, this is not my first rodeo, as the saying says. This is something I'm experienced in. The Banana Republic is not going to scare me. I've taken on some very nasty people. So in the neighboring Nigeria, for example, the top senior advisors of the Nigerian President Tinubu have said, "Oh, this Elias has us by the throat." And they put out all sorts of public statements attacking me personally, saying, "Oh, we need to do something about this, Elias." And he's brought our country to its knees. And what are we going to do about this? And going on all sorts of crazy statements. And I'm not intimidated. I give it back to them. I say, "Good. I'm glad that you're crying. We're going to make you cry some more." So that's what we're going to do to the Banana Republic. they're going to be the ones shaking, not us. They're going to be the ones shaking, and they could come out with all sorts of and I'm sure they will, crazy statements, nonsense. We'll brush it aside and we'll give it to them even harder. So your supporters should be assured. I'm not one of those people who I see a nasty statement and I get scared, or Cameroon, the public to Cameroon's criticizing me. I'll give it back to them. They don't scare me at all. They could come out with whatever nonsense they want. We'll give it back to them 10 times as hard if they try that. So.
Wow, excellent. Thank you very much for that confidence, because most times, should I say I blame my people? I may not blame my people to be afraid, because when you have a Goliath in front of you, you need faith like David to be able to say, I don't care
You
whether
can
you
face it.
have this size that you have. I don't care whether you have your helmet, you have your sword. I don't care. I come with you with my stones. With God behind me, everything is going to work out for my good. And this is what Friends of Amazonia, they have seen the big picture, and they said, yes, there might have been backstabbing here and there, the people keeping secrets to say diplomacy is the secret. You don't say what you do, they are going to report you. Mixed lies, twisted stories, just to get out of what they are doing or they are not even doing, keeping the people confused. But thank God, because even the word of God says, only the truth you will know that will set you free. And it also says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. If the people do not have the knowledge, how are they going to even exercise their rights? How will they stretch out themselves to say this is what we must do? So most times it is it is it is
So,
compelling
again,
that we challenge ourselves so that we will be able to get the results that are needed out there. You fellow Amazonians, I myself today, knowing that it is community building, those in the
move
USA,
out of
come
yourself
out in
and
your
you can
numbers,
ask the
meet your
question
congressmen,
down there.
talk with them, talk with reliable
And this,
partners, and see the person who is lobbying for you. You can talk
yeah,
with him,
can
you
get
can ask him
what's the
questions.
question?
You may know where you are putting your support financially, morally. From today,
What's the question?
it is not a child's play. It's something that is serious, that we need to really take it and run and work hard with it. Really.
Yeah,
So it
yourself,
is
right?
it is something for me and you. So I am so overwhelmed, so happy today that at least I understand that it is no longer a secret, because even if you think that your enemy do not know who your lobbyist is, they already know. It will now depend on the integrity of the lobbyist to say, just as Comrade Elias said it now, that he is not even afraid. They have written reports against him, but he is still standing tall, because he is maybe the David in front of all the Goliath, because with God, one is in majority. So this is what we are doing, and all of us should stand with this mindset, so that this cause for Ambazonia should not only be word of mouth or oral history, it should come to physical manifestation. We are very happy to welcome our fellow comrade, Dr. Ellard. He is here. Is he frozen? Yes. Dr. Ellard, you are muted. You are maybe muted. Comrade Dr. Ellard, we are not hearing you. You are welcome.
You cannot hear me.
We can hear you now, 5 on 5.
I'm never frozen. I'm always hot, and I'm very happy to be here, Comrade Elias. Thank you for coming. I've been I've listened to you, but the last statement you made, that you're not afraid, that is what has motivated me. I have a question that I want to be very fast to ask, and I want you to be
Oh,
honest
and Dr.
because
Elad, I just want to say it's an honor to meet you. I've seen you before, and actually, I was referring to you in terms of you had in a previous interview talked, expressed that you were curious about who, got President Trump to engage in action in Nigeria, and someone from India put something the ear of Trump. I'm the mysterious person from India. So I'm not Indian, but
Yes,
just to, but
exactly,
so I
exactly.
thought.
I was when you were saying that, I told my wife he's talking about me. That was my that was my question. So but I want you to be honest with us, because I know my question is it harder convincing lawmakers in Washington or convincing our viewers who are here with us tonight? Which one is difficult for you?
I hope to be able to uh, persuade both, and again, hopefully, as we embark in our campaign, I think what I like to say is results speak for themselves, right? So people will see what we achieve, and then they could base their own determinations on top of that. And I'm confident that we'll be successful, and I'm hoping that Amazonians, when they see results, because it's all about results at the end of the day. So when they see the results, you can only hope people have the common sense to see, okay, these people, accomplish what they say they're going to accomplish, and we should join the moving train. So, the only thing we could do on our end is be successful and achieve the results. And it's up to the Amazonians to then come on board. And again, I'm experienced with liberation movements. You always have a few of the stubborn ones and the hard-headed ones. If